Now, it's really good to say back on the grid for 2025 is Dan Lloyd. Really good to see you. It's not as if you've been away from motorsport and the paddock, is it? You've been busy since the last time you sat in a touring car.
Yeah, I think about a year and a half it's been, and did Carrera Cup last year. Had to step away from touring cars for a year, which was the right decision at the time. And obviously coming back, really, really happy to be back. It's taken a lot of work to make it happen, just like everyone else on the grid as well, of course. But yeah, it feels like a big weight is lifted off my shoulders actually being here, and it's all come together, so it's really good.
So, jumping back into a touring car, what's that been like?
Weird. Weird.
Good weird or
yeah,
weird,
no,
weird?
good weird. Like I've for anyone, who's never been in one, these cars are so unique, like so different to anything else I've ever driven. So actually, even I'd say this is like my default in terms of driving. I've been used to driving rear-wheeled and front-wheel drive cars all my life, but I'd say when I jump back in a touring car, it's where I do feel comfortable. But when I first went out at Croft, the first lap or two, it is so weird. Get used to the rear moving around massively, and then once you get a feel for it, you're back in the swing of things, and off you go.
It's funny you should mention that, the way that the car's moving, because removing the sort of 80 kilos of hybrid kit means the cars are lighter and therefore just look a little bit more nimble.
Yeah, 100%. I think everyone's been saying the same thing. We're all feeling the same thing. It's made them a lot more pointy without the weight in. And I think in a way, like it's good, maybe having a year out, kind of bit of a fresh canvas as well. I think that's maybe why it did feel a bit to the extreme on the first few laps. But it's nice because I'm starting afresh myself in a new car with a new team. So, big fresh start.
You mentioned to me that from the Croft test, there were a few technical gremlins that you had to sort out, but that now you have sorted those out. So what are you laying down sort of as your marker in the sand for the start of the season, Dan? What are you hoping to expect?
I mean, we've got an overall goal this year. The independence drivers and the team's championship are the massive focus within the team. We haven't had a perfect start. We had some issues, like you said, but then the team have done everything they can to rectify those issues and get everything sorted. So actually, we did an extra test last week to get them ironed out and do some work, which went really well. So I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow, because that'll be my first proper run on the circuit with all the other cars on the track. So difficult to say, start of the season, because I don't think anyone quite knows where we're at yet. But the exciting thing for me this year is knowing we've got the machinery behind us that we can make it work.
Yeah, because you've experienced many times the podiums. You've got the trophies to prove it. You're in the history books for that reason. Nobody can take that away from you. And when you've had that, is it a bit like a drug? When you've had that, you're smiling, so I suspect I'm in the right area. You want it again and again. It's not just the winning, it's the way you feel about yourself.
Yeah, 100%. It's the tiny bit of success that you have in motorsport that keeps you going. Yeah, nothing else makes sense in it. But yeah, having that winning feeling, that's the bit I love about motorsport. It's the competition and the winning. Obviously, I love driving the cars, but I love the competition and the winning side more. So that's what really keeps you going. And depending on where you are and what team you're with and what car you are and what situation, it can feel like different things. You might get likes of Ingram and Sutton having wins and stuff, but like, for example, when I had the win at Croft after the big crash, or getting the win in nearly winning in the Cupra with Team Hard, that's extra special because it was a bit unexpected.
Yeah. Are you coming back into this season with a different mental approach to your racing?
A little bit, yeah, because I feel in a way I feel quite lucky to be here at all, because I was close to calling it a day at the end of last year, because I've had two or three tough years, mainly financially after the crash, and then certain things that have happened in the background. So it was a big decision for me to go ahead and do this again and take the pressure on, and I'm so glad I did. And the big thing behind it was the opportunity with Restart Racing with the Hyundai, with the Swindon engine, and I thought that's an opportunity I cannot pass up. So that's what's made me go for it. So massively appreciate the situation I'm in. Want to make the most of it. I'll still be, if things don't go well, I'll be in a mood because I love it and I care and I'm passionate about it. If you wasn't passionate about it, you wouldn't be winning. So I'll be giving it everything this year.
I think you're being hard on yourself about being in a mood there, because I've seen you when you've not had a good time and you've got out of the car and your head's down. And you look like your face is like thunder, but you've always been happy to chat, which I think is to your credit. So don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
The grid this year is competitive, as always. As we've already mentioned, we no longer have the hybrid, so the boost is much harder or much easier to understand, and it works a lot better as well. Just the qualifying setup that we have now, was that the same last time you were in? Did we have this new system? You're new to the new, right? What have you made of that?
I'm new to it, and to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it suits me more. So in the year when I was in the Astra, we had a shootout session then. Every time there was a shootout, I did better. I think it may be because I was quite used to it when I raced out in Europe. Doing the shootouts, and basically as a driver it changes things, because if you've only got 1 or 2 laps, like for example if you're qualifying at Spa and you've got 1 lap at it, which normally you do, actually going at the lap 95% will make sure you put a good lap in, where traditionally in touring cars, if you've got 30 minutes and you've got 3 sets of tyres and you're going at it, you can push every lap 110%. Most of them you might make mistakes or something might go wrong. But then if you get one in, that's your lap. Where with this approach, this setup, there's a different way to approach it, which I prefer. So I'm actually looking forward to getting involved in that this year.
We'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes.
I hope I'm right.
Sure.
I'm big myself up there.
It's really good to have you back, Dan. Have a great season. It's really good to see you back on the grid. Just to round off, our usual start of the season, slightly humorous, but sidebar conversations.
Okay.
Pick a number between 1 and 5.
B.
Are you a good passenger in a car? You caught me out there. Are you a good passenger in a road car?
No.
Okay.
Terrible.
Do you give the driver a hard time?
I hate it.
Another number between 1 and 5.
3.
Do you have a middle name?
No.
Yeah, yes, you do. You definitely do.
That's private. That is.
You're not sharing.
No.
Why is it embarrassing?
Not sharing. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Is it?
It's a family name.
Oh, is it? I'm not going to get that out of you, am I?
No. Another day.
Okay. All right. You're on for that one.
If I have a podium, I'll tell you.
Right. You're on. You're on. And one final number between 1 and 5.
5.
Number 5. What year did Jack Sears win the first British Touring Car Championship?
I thought this was humorous. I thought this was a bit of fun.
It's making me laugh.
I don't know. I really don't know.
1958.
1958, right.
Now you know. Good quiz
My
question.
parents weren't born then.
Dan, good to see you.
Cheers. Thank you.